Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. If you've not seen us before, with Mancbuses, we own this lovely Rosendale Dart, and we're working towards repairing it and putting it back out on the road. MOT's due shortly, so we're just working out the few little bits that need doing. Obviously number plates are missing. We've just ordered them from Demon Plates. They've cost us £30. This light's been on fire at some point, so Stefan in his pocket, who's filming, has got the replacement light, so we're going to take this one off, put the replacement on. And that's the number plate light, because the one here was goosed, it was letting in water, so it's easier to replace it. So let's have a look what screws we've got. And lo and behold, for my guess, it's flatheads. We've got 2 Phillips.
Told you. Right, go on.
Well, it turns out, in our toolbox, somehow we've only got 1 flathead screwdriver. Don't know how that's happened. We only have 1. So, and typically, oh, there we go. There we go, there's 1. So if someone would like to donate some screwdrivers, much appreciated. We've got loads of Phillips, but this bus seems to be constructed of flatheads. You know, this screw's got rabies. So your Callum's already painted up here once.
Has it?
Makes it easier to get the other one, he says. That one's shade.
Cracking.
Right, behind this light is the wiring for this. Runs to here, I think. Is that the one? That's not the one. Or is it the one? Oh, it is the one, but it changes halfway down that coil as well. I'll cut them there. This is not the right tools for the job, but our pliers all went missing when we moved. I suspect they're still where we left them. So we're stuck with doing this because we haven't had the money. So we've been working at getting this sorted out to get any new tools. Right, so we've got the power from the bus there. That light is now removed. It's junk. So if Stefan passes us the old one, or the new one, we can see there's going to be a little bit of painting needed here. There's also going to need a hole for the cable to be re-drilled, and then a few holes to be filled in. So, let's throw them down. This is going to be a great bit of engineering, this. So that's about simple, right? Scrape away that old one, scrape away that one. Drill. Try not to fall over. Drill the right way. Won't take much, it's only fiberglass. Guarantee I hit the one steel beam. I'd always take 2. Then there's 4, 5, 6. How many we do? think this is for a different job, but don't you fucking dare, you're the only flathead screwdriver we have. Right, so that's them through. Hey, might not be the most level like this one, but
Oh, they look a bit wonky though.
it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Just
Huh?
That was easier. Make it a bit bigger. There we go. That was a lot easier. Let's see if this is correct. Post it through. Take them bolts off without losing them. Nuts, should I say. One there. One there. Typically the first hole we drilled was not very good. The second hole we drilled is fine. Just take that one a second. That little bit. It's on. Hardly level though.
Wonky.
Wonky as shit, man. And it's not really on very well. It's not coming off and it's not got any bolts in it. But it's very wonky, isn't it? So, gun, we've drilled them off.
No, they disappeared, Jordan. That's
yeah,
what happened today.
It disappeared, whatever. So, that's just my ability to use this gun. I'll get the gun down to the end. There we go. It's coming out like a really poor crap. I'm trying not to get it on my fingers because it's horrible stuff. And once it's on there, the chances are it'll never come off again. It's an LED one, so it doesn't matter. So we don't exactly replace it. We just replace a bulb. We just sort of replace the whole thing. Right, that's now level. It's not sitting very level. Right, that'll take a few hours to set. Got the lead here. Fortunately, for one reason or another, it's sitting a bit skew with. I think that's more the fiberglass on the bus. Put it on like that. There's a big gap on this side. First, it doesn't stick. Doesn't have. You're meant to be able to put pressure on it, and because it's on the roof. I should have left one of the studs out really, and then we could have tightened a stud up so it'd stick. Well, as I say, what's not helping is in a minute I'm going to have to manipulate it. The connectors on it. Now I know these are not the right connectors, nor is it the right tool, but hey ho, it works, and that's all that matters for the MOT. because we don't have a crimping tool here. So we're left down to pliers and pure luck that it actually crimps on. That one on.
Camera might be a bit dodgy there, I had something in my eye.
The camera angle is always dodgy on this channel. It seems to be a signature. Let's grab this wire which bends the other way. I'll put that back in a minute. It'll give a chance for it to settle off a little bit. Set. I mean, I would introduce a lighter to it, but I think it's highly flammable. Not 100% sure. Because it isn't exactly the ideal weather for gunking, but you know, you've got to do what you got to do. So today we're just doing lights. This is like day 4 of MLT prep, I think we're on now. Which are doubling up as weekly updates for the Patreons at the moment, but they get to see a director's cut before I've done loads of editing to them. I mean, Stefan's just shaking his head at me because he doesn't know, because he doesn't follow it.
I'm on Patreon.
And he doesn't really get the weekly updates either, because he's the only person in 2021 that doesn't have WhatsApp. So we all talk in a WhatsApp group and he's not involved in it, and I have to keep remembering that there's a group on Facebook that we have to go into to update him. So yeah, it's just an awkward twat.
Yeah.
Are you getting my side on my face?
Well.
Let me wrap these up. I presume it'll work. I mean, it worked at home because it's off. I think it's off Amazon, this one. Yeah, it's off Amazon, and normally Amazon, you'll order something and it won't be the one it is. Like, we ordered a load of air valves off Amazon, so we could put the push fit couplings on, especially for the air horn. And every single one that turned up, even though they're all meant to be 3 different threads, they're all the same thread. Not helpful. So yeah, Amazon, it's a bit of a look what you get that. We have light. Now the last very pleasurable thing to do is take off the plastic. ASMR there, right there. So you need to stay in the bus for now. Right, so that's done. Registration plates were ready at 3 o'clock, so we're going to fit them next week. We need to get that light fitting on that side back together, and bulbs in it hopefully. We need to get this light fitting attached to the bus, and then we need to make sure everything works, and if it does, that's all the lights done for MOT. So, do you know, I'm glad on these to tell me which side's top. Right.
The red one's at the top.
Yeah, it tells me top.
Oh.
So after some all crap moments, we found them. Now we've put bulbs in. At the moment, I don't know if the indicator on this side has begun to work because it's never had a bulb in it yet. But we obviously know which wires now are the indicators at the front. So with Stefan being here, we can have a bit of EGGG knocking about, and we'll find out which wire it is that actually does this side. I do happen to know that that side does work, so it's just a case of trying to get this lens on. I've been watching Ray's Garage on YouTube. God, he has some amazing little snap-on tools. The problem is, I'd love them, but you can guarantee the price of them will be about 6 million quid, because it says snap-on. Right, so let's, got a blocked nose again. Let's go start the bus, work out what's what. We don't want to wear the batteries down, but we want to make sure all the bulbs work, brake lights work still, and nothing that we've done has messed about with anything else. I mean, we know what we've done is messed about with the stop bell, but that's we can work on that. I don't think it's fantastic for MLT, but that we can work on, and hopefully it'll be a bit of a quick fix, because we can just put the bell light up to the bell. so it's not that bad. But getting these working, obviously, when you're going for a class 5, a lot of them won't test everything because they know that as a preserve bus that we all need to have them on the road to do things. So they're sort of doing a bridge test for us. A lot of them will, but the main bit is when you take it for a test that everything on the outside looks peachy. So all your lights work, everything like that works. You know, it drives properly, it brakes. Anything that's safety related and the basic requirements is what they check. Right, so that's not in very well. Have a look at that now, because that wasn't in very well. To make sure the bulb actually works. This door has a fit every now and again. This thing's got water in it. I don't know which side is which here. That's the biggest problem.
Sorry on that.
Well, it's got the way it's wired in is just wrong, quite frankly. Let's see if the indicator at the back stopped working. Which side of the going for. So, Stefan is busy ordering food, he's getting the priorities correct. Meanwhile, while he's been doing that, we have indicators at the top. So, what we're going to do now, put the lenses back on. We have a side light on this side, we don't on that side, so that needs investigating when I put that back on. Number plate light obviously works. Down below works. Got a fog light on that side. We'll test reverse lights in a minute. We got that. And then we obviously have our side one here, which works. It's got a bit of paint on it, but it works. We have indicator, side light, headlight, which is good. A very dual side light on this side, headlight, indicator, quarter repeater, 2 marker lights up there. We have marker lights at the top, at the back, but we are putting marker lights for the side tail on this eventually. So yeah, we're looking good. So once we've had some food, we'll get all that back together. We're going to turn the bus off now, save a bit of fuel, because uses quite a bit of fuel. Unfortunately, it's one of the problems with being out here. We have to run the bus to do the electrics. We can't just connect the battery charger up to it and hope for the best. Now, if I remember rightly, when I got these working, the top, just flick the hazard switch a minute on the bus. You won't need to turn it on. Not even the isolator, it should do it anyway. Well, that's going to be a problematic one. Turn the isolator on.
Turn it off?
Turn the isolator on.
Oh.
Yeah. Right.
What's happening?
It's the top bulb. Right, okay, thank you. You turn it all off now. I'll explain when you get here. So I'm not explaining twice. Right. The indicators have to work with the isolator off for the hazard lights.
I guess it don't work.
But that's an easy fix. We can sort that out. Well, all we need to do is replace that permanent feed I've just bodged in with a different permanent feed that's a permanent feed that feeds the rest of the system. 2-minute job at some point for Sean, I think, that one. Sean likes playing in that electric cupboard. He likes doing versions of Electro Boom. So I think we'll let him play in that cupboard. I mean, these are a bit dicky connections still, but it's the case that we know they work now. So obviously at a later date we can come in, I can get some more contact cleaner off Amazon, and we can come in, take the bulbs out when it's a bit nicer, or just before I rotate, go with the contact cleaner, leave it half an hour, and it should all work then afterwards. What's not working is this lens is not going in. However, I think that side's missing a bulb, and if it's missing a bulb then we need to find one. I missed the oil completely there. Yeah, we need to find a bulb for it, or we need to buy a bulb for it.
Which one, the side light?
Yeah, the side light on that side. Because they act as our marker lights at the back, I think. And that's the whole idea of it.
Not a lot in it though.
I know. It's been used a lot on 317 because that bus is electric for like a fucking minefield. Like, we can't use the electrics on the bus for half an hour now. But that should solve the problem. That's bloody good stuff, that stuff. Stephanie's watching where our food is. Yep. Because we don't want it going to the other place, the place that we're actually at. Because their mechanics will be extremely confused, and being mechanics, they'll probably eat it.
They will have it. McDonald's like, yeah, that's all.
Yeah. Because we still can't really say where we are. A lot of people gather where we are, but we can't really say where we are because we don't want to.
Well, I have put that in because it was an option on there, so.
Yeah. But I meant for our viewers, it's not
Yeah,
a
no.
case of we want people to know where we are.
No, just letting you know I did put that in.
Right, I need to drag this over there now. It's a bit difficult, guys, without a ladder really to show you fully what we're actually doing up here. But our ladder is at Town and District, and I don't suppose we're ever going to get it back. Oh, there, that's knackered a bit. Yeah, it's not the best. Right then, guys, so we don't have a bulb for this, so we're just going to put the lens back on for now. I'm hoping that this lens is the right way around. Yep, that's definitely the right way around. Right, so Stefan's gone watching out for the food. In an amateur manner, we're going to get this grill back on. Got to remember how it goes up. It's supposed to go. Well, which end's got the rivets in it? That's got the rivets in it, so that's the top end. Hope that gun holds it. Simple. Easy to get on. There we go. That job done. This is where we're up to with this project. It's a lot of tick boxing now. We'd like in future to get a different one of these, because we don't want it with the rivet holes in it really. It should have always just been gunked on, but for some reason they've riveted it on. But we took it off to paint, and obviously the weather's now turned, so we're not able to get that painting done essentially. So we've done that now. So we'll put it back on for its MOT. Always take it back off later. We know how it's held on now, so heat gun and it will come off. That needs a bulb up there. Right guys, well we are done here today. We have well, all the lights now work, apart from obviously the one that we haven't got a bulb for, but it's a minor detail. So apparently the cameras reckons we're a landscape. Whatever.
Big part work.
Yeah. Well, But we are getting there now. We'll just take you around to the back and show you what we got so far. So we've got the grill on now. Again, all the lights are in at the top. We've just got to get a bulb for the tail light on that side, and that should be it. Everything then should work. Obviously we've not tested brake lights today. We've not really had it running that long because it needs fuel ideally. It's now down to just doing the cosmetic jobs, and then we should be there. As always, you can support us on Patreon and YouTube. Your support does help a long way of helping this project, and hopefully in the future others like it get on the road and stay on the road, because I'm sure that we'd like to do a Decker at some point in the future, something probably a bit older as well. But we want to get this one done first, and then we can put our expertise, if you can call them that, down to a second vehicle again, as it's been quite a rocky year. But thank you so much for watching this year. Thank you for joining us, and we hope that in next year it will be more successful and not so many hiccups and what have you on the way. So look out for it next year on the road. I'm sure we'll be going to rallies and running it around and what have you. Yeah, well, see you next week for next week's update of that day's prep. It's cold now. We're going to go pick up the registration plates. So yeah, make sure you do like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you around.